Hawaii sounds like a holy expression drawn out from a religious word. In what could be compared to a ceremony of solemnizations, Hawaii is a gift offered by the gods of the ocean, with waves as tall as the Empire State Building and a swell out of Twister. You discover Hawaii like you go over the who's who. Only the windsurf elite can enter this cathedral and brave the myth of Hokipa, the very name of which owns the nightmarish slumber of the most accomplished windsurfers. In Hawaii, one rule prevails: respect the ocean, or it will take you away forever. It's now certain, Hawaii is a must. However, it doesn't represent the ultimate attainment of windsurfers' dream.
Every trip is great in that you learn about new places and new people and things that you never really knew existed but just imagined it. And once you go there, you really see what is there and how the people live and what they're made up of. And that was a big learning experience for me.
How could its much faithful followers be taken away from this natural jewel? There is only one solution, which is to offer them dreaming and unspoiled spots, to plunge them all together into the deep roots of windsurfing. Traveling, discovery, and pleasure. This is the challenge dared and ambitious of Frédéric Gravois and his Windsurfing Trilogy, considered as the most back-to-basics happening at the end of the century.
The trilogy is really capturing the whole essence of the sharing part in the sport, which I think is very important.
Yeah, it's really a great experience. I was on 3 events and I really liked it.
All credit is due to the wave. You know, all we're looking for is a killer wave to ride, something that's got power, it's got juice, it's surf sailing.
Waiting for the right conditions, right time, right place, great people, great scenery, and absolutely shredding it apart. So it's a lot of fun.
Located in the open sea outside Senegal, lost in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the Cabo Verde Islands are regarded as the little African Brazil. The life of the former Portuguese colony is punctuated by the Mona and the Funana. As for our wishbone Seleção, it is heading toward the Maracana of the Cabo Verde Island windsurfing, the Punta Preta Way. Sean, Renaud, Keith, Francisco, and the others, they are not revolutionaries. They are not looking for the 21st century windsurfing. They just want to recover what the sport has lost in the past 10 years, its authenticity and its spirit. Their quest begins at Punta Preta.
Sailing at Punta Preta is pretty incredible. It's an island and you have all different sides of the coast to sail, which is incredible.
Punta Preta is located south from the Isle of Sal, close to the Santa Maria village. The Isle of Sal owes its name to the salt marshes, which at the beginning of the century, the original cause of the population of the island and of its economic growth. Today, the salt marshes' influence on the Santa Maria village has decreased, and so fishing has gradually become the main resource of the island. The main characteristic of the Isle of Sal is now first and foremost its inhabitants' friendliness. Here the people are very friendly, they are really welcoming. We have a great time and the village of Santa Maria is really nice.
I'm Hakeem Olajuwon.
Can we borrow your hat for the
Okay. Now, let's talk about the contest with the formal ceremony of the drawing lots.
And Francisco Goya.
One stage of the Windsurf Trilogy takes place over 3 weeks, which leaves enough time for the competitors to benefit from the best conditions. The trilogy deal is clear. The Cabo Verde waves and wind are to be deserved, and they sometimes have to be waited for. Now all the requirements are met. It's a vessel of departure on the beach.
when it hits, it's just always on the same spot. It's like a big wedging peak that you can get aerials, and when you land it starts to rifle through on the inside and just walls up for cutties, and then you pop up the end and then you look down the line, you see more sets coming through, and it's just paradise pretty much.
On the 6th day, it came alive. My impression is that it's definitely like a dream. The wave is phenomenal, and the atmosphere of the competitors is probably the best sensation I've had in a long time.
Beyond its ethics, the trilogy is also a new way of judging depending on the side of the waves and the direction of the wind. The riders are given a mark according to their speed on the waves, their style, and the flow of their surfing. From now on, they adapt to the demands of the swell and not to the demands of the referees. The Cabo Verde night offers the best session of the day and plunges the soul riders into a sort of jam session.
They like to dance, they like to party, they like to have fun, they like to live life hard, you know. I mean, in the daytime here, there's not a whole lot to do in the daytime. Maybe you drink a coffee, drink a beer, you know, some fishing, but at nighttime, that's when the spirit comes out. The people hit the nightclubs, they dance, they sing, they just, you know.
It's about 11 years I'm living in Sal, and every February there is waves and wind. The Trilogy caravan decides to take off and to head for Alibaba, a secret spot whose wave gives the riders a treasure as long as a landing runaway.
got out there and it slowly was picking up, and slowly I was being part of it, and I just slowly pushed myself with at the same time as the swell was coming, and I was able to match my style with the condition that day, and it was absolutely amazing. People are really nice here. It's just a great spot. It's a good all-around spot. It's a lot of fun to come down here and just sail and surf.
The Windsurf Trilogy has become the reality of a collective dream. Its first chapter has just been written, and we hope the story will never end. Cabo Verde crowns Sean Ardennes king. But we hope that beyond this victory, we will remember the Windsurf Trilogy's victory.
Here we go again, boys and girls. We're going to Morocco to windsurf today. We're going to Morocco, say hip hip hooray.
Salam Trilogy, a hit which seems to come out of a Hollywood Western movie, with setting full of spice, bright colors, which remind of an Almodovar film. No doubt, our soul riders have just set foot not on the moon, but on a sacred land, Morocco. The first run, which is not the most easy, is to get by anyway to the spot Moulay Bouzerto, situated at Essaouira, up north, about 3 hours from Marrakech airport. Keith Deboul chooses the local way and is disqualified during his first attempt. As for the others, they can spot Moulay and its minaret on the horizon. But the last kilometers seems to be the most dangerous ones, especially on such a machine, inshallah.
Welcome to the morning in Morocco.
Eventually everybody arrives on the spot and immediately throws themselves and their wishbone headlong into a total windsurfing sessions. Wild, violent and beautiful, Moulay is an ideal spot to connect surf and jams. Action. Here it's quite nice because it's really a wave machine, a wind machine. 5 days we're here and 5 days we have condition. It's a really great place to ride. It's really nice. I love it.
C'est un spot qui est agréable à naviguer.
It's great. We're staying in a house that's typically Moroccan. They play music some nights. You see that. You see the real culture of the country.
We're super well. The house is quite nice and there's good vibes.
Good vibes.
The sun rises on the Marabout, a religious sanctuary that protects Moulay. Inside, the warm-up is taking place. Everybody fully enters the contest. With 12 riders in a pole position, the organization decides to set up a particular type of contest so that everyone can sail as much as possible. 2 pools are arranged. The first 3 of each pool are qualified for the final. As for the criteria of judgment, it remains the same as in Cabo Verde.
From out front here to all the way down past the point. So the conditions are going to be really good, I think.
Between two swell, the tagine and the Moroccan siesta are obviously the best local specialties to take away the pressure. I think there is a competition right here with windsurfers. That's why I set up my shop. Like this I can work a little bit and there's good atmosphere.
A little sauce in there.
This is old El Paso. Yeehaw! Come on! Go for a ride!
bon moulet, classique.
Today is a good moulet, well conditioned, top for the final.
Bonne journée et top pour la finale, je pense.
The Windsurf Trilogy carries in its wake an infectious enthusiasm and a great will to share. It overcomes ethnic, religious and cultural borders. This sporting event sets people once for all at the crossing between cultures and promotes windsurf as the best representative of human values.
We go to places that have a real cultural feel to them, a place that have a true spirit and a magic.
When the Moroccan people begin to pray Allah, it is also to thank Him for having placed the beauty of perfect harmony between man and nature before their eyes.
So it's Pascal, who won the '97 Windsurf Trilogy in Morocco.
The Moroccan experience is coming to an end. For the footnotes of history, Pascal Hardy is the one who was the most able to tame the violence of the Moulet waves and who was granted the Maiden Mohamed Prize. The best donkey imitator prize went to Sean Ordonez, while the worst camel rider prize was given to Keith Table. Rising from the Moroccan desert, our 12 mercenaries now gaze at other distant lands, so as to go and preach the good word and the good ride in the name of the Windsurf Trilogy. Madagascar is a kind of Ushuaia dropped from the sky in the heart of the Indian Ocean. It seems to belong to those lands where the world ends and where everything seems to have come to a halt. from the very first moment of the Adam and Eve romance. Here, there are only a few remains of the modern world, which probably come from the plane of the Gods Must Be Crazy movie. They are here to remind us that the third millennium is about to begin. Suddenly, the earth comes to an end. As if of the very day of the creation, God left this place without finishing his job. At the end of this building site, the curtains opens of the wild scenery of the future session of the trilogy. Here comes Onja, which means the wave in Malagasy dialect. Of course, we have been careful not to disclose the true identity of this spot. Let's make it straight. The Windsurf Trilogy offers dreaming, not new setting for summer vacations. To play with the sea, here is a new approach to the relationship between man and the elements. This is the original metaphor which the Windsurf Trilogy generates into the thought of people remote from the modern world. You have to know that to see strangers like this, for us, it's incredible, it's nice, it's very important. The waves are so big here, and the boats are falling, collapsing, and when we see all the windsurfers, we think it's really great, it's really fantastic. Thank you to Windsurf.
In Madagascar, the place looks unreal, and we have waves, and got me a little straw house, and some chickens, and a goat.
But the trilogy is also made of days without wind nor waves. A day like today, we have no wind, no waves. Well, go reading.
Almost. Looks okay.
Encounter of different cultures, mixture of different civilizations. The Windsurf Trilogy is also the perfect opportunity to share once, know how, but also to melt within the heart of the local customs. Here it's a good place to find lobsters. There is a lot of big hole and there is plenty of them. So the thing we have to do is to go get some in the hole and with the hand, and we get around 500 or 600 kilos per day. Hi. Hi. You are the interpret? Yes. What do you do now? I'm trying to explain to the doctor what the problem we have here. The convoy of the trilogy has had the generous idea to bring along with its boards bags 2 doctors and 2 dentists. This small humanitarian campaign proved that the Windsurf Trilogy has got stamina, but also has got a heart. So, what do you think? Tomorrow wind? Wind, oh yes. Southeast, southeast, yes. From southeast we'll have wind and we'll have wind. Yes, I think so. Didn't we tell you that the boss is always right?
Dans la vie, il y a des cactus. Dans les cactus, il y a des cactus.
Anja awakes from its sleep and seems to bid, like Sleeping Beauty, a rendezvous to our 8 soul riders. The appointment is set a few yards from the beach, where the foam takes the shape of a semblance of a brindle bed. No need to go to Hawaii to find lifeguards. Here the pirogue is as efficient as a jet ski.
I had the feeling every time I was going out, the others are on like super big waves, but I think that's the impression everybody has. It's just you feel you're on a small wave and everybody else is on the big wave all the time.
Anja has chosen. Keith Table becomes the official lover of our land where the world ends spot. So let us drink champagne.
Yeah, it makes me really, really happy. I think it's better to have to win in your home country than anywhere else. And I was stoked that it happened, you know. My first competition that I've ever won, and it has to be in Madagascar. There's nothing like that.
Where there is no water, it offers an ocean of pleasure. When there is no electricity, It offered the light which is needed for the human generosity. The trilogy is a sort of peaceful crusade which emphasizes the principle of giving and receiving. Giving pleasure, receiving dreams. A cultural, humanitarian and sport exchange. Under no circumstance does it colonize the regions of the world which it crosses. It stands back and watches the way you wander through the alley of an art gallery with respect and overwhelming desire for knowledge. The trilogy may one day become universal. Its bravest knights will fight with their souls so that it may rise from the ashes. The 1997 Windsurf Trilogy is dead. Long live to the 1998 Windsurf Trilogy.